Hi everyone, welcome, good morning. Today's class is about gathering your thoughts and building concentration. So this is a focus and center yoga class. I'm Kayla, and today we will get started with our breath, and let's set some intentions for what we need to start to focus on. A lot has been going on probably for a lot of us because of the holidays that have passed and that are coming up. So this is a really good time to do yoga, connect to your breath, and recommit yourself to intentions and your purpose. So go ahead and get into a comfortable seated position. And once you're there, close your eyes, drop your chin, rest your palms, face up or down on your knees, whatever feels more rejuvenating. Find a nice long spine and breathe in to the bottom of the rib cage and then into the chest and the throat. And on the exhale, release the breath from the throat, the chest, and then the ribs, the low ribs. So let's breathe in bottom to top of the lungs like a wave. If you know Ujjayi breath, you can incorporate that right now. Constricting the back of the throat on your inhales and exhales. And we're just slowing down, gathering the thoughts, clearing out the mind from any negative thoughts that create chaos in our life and create jumbled up emotions. All there is to do is focus on the breath and the body. Set your intention to be more mindful and move consciously in today's practice. With the eyes closed, bring your right hand to the outside of your right leg, and then inhale, reach your left arm up and over as you stretch and bend into the whole side body of the left side. Breathe in from the knee all the way up to the fingers, and exhale, release the exhale all the way down the arm, across the rib cage, down to the knee. Inhale, reach up, lift up, engage the core to rise up, and then exhale, lean over to the left side, stretching the whole right side of the body. And just notice how good it feels to breathe and stretch. Hug your navel in. Inhale, reach both arms up, press the palms together, and then exhale, hands come to your heart in prayer. Okay, lift your head, blink your eyes open, come onto hands and knees. Spread the fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and when you're set up in tabletop, inhale and lift the tailbone, lift the chest and the head, arch your back. And for the whole length of the exhale, tuck in around the spine and the back. Push away from the ground to spread the shoulder blades apart. One more time. Inhale, slowly lift the tailbone, drop your belly. Pull your chest through and the chin comes up. And exhale, tuck and round. One more big stretch. Press through the space behind your heart. And then inhale, soften to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes and send your hips to your heels, and then lift the hips up high for downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet and stretch into the backs of the knees and the hamstrings. Moving slowly, enough to stay mindful of the breath. And allow your breath to initiate, be the leader of your body. We're going to shift our weight forward into the hands and then lower the knees down, lower your chest down, bend the elbows, and then slide the belly down as you lift your chest up and straighten out the arms. Let your hips rest on the ground and push into the tops of your feet for cobra, extended cobra. Deep breath at the top here, and then exhale, lower, bend the elbows, press your chest to the ground, tuck the toes, lift up and press your hips back to child's pose. And then inhale, reach forward, come on down to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, extended cobra, straighten the arms, spread the fingers wide. And exhale, lower down slowly, gracefully, tuck the toes, press up. And then we're going to set ourselves up for an inversion. We're going to do headstand today. So just do your best, whatever works for you today. Maybe you stop at one part of this practice of our headstand. And what you're going to do is clasp your hands. Press down into the elbows and the wrists. Open up the palms so that you have this space to carry the back of your head. Drop the top of your head to meet with the ground, and then press the back of your head into your palms. Press down again firmly through the wrists, the pinkies, and the elbows. Tuck the toes and then lift the knees off of the ground. Walk your feet up as close as you can to your face. So this could be your headstand today and stay here. This is a great option for an inversion to allow the blood to flow into the brain. And then if you want to go a little bit further with this, you can lift one knee up, hug it up towards your chest. Lean your hips over your shoulders and then bring the left foot in as well. This could be where you stay as well. Take slow, deep breaths into the belly. And maybe you want to extend your legs straight. Keep the legs and the feet hugging close together. Push up and away from the elbows and the wrists. And draw your shoulders, shoulder blades, up to the sky. And as you exhale, lower one leg down and then the other. Drop the knees and come into extended child's pose. So send your hips to your heels. Take the knees out wide and then reach the arms out in front. Rest the forehead down onto the ground. And let's take a couple more deep breaths here, in and out of the nose. Last breath, breathe in, full deep breath in. And relax the belly, exhale. Okay, on the inhale, lift the chest and the head up. Come on to hands and knees. And then we're going to flip around and come onto our backs. all the way on the back now, and then press your palms down onto the ground. Straighten the legs out, and then lift them up to the sky. Hug your navel in and up towards your spine and press down through your palms to lift your hips up and straighten the legs up to the sky. Use your hands as kickstands and support for the lower half of your body. Straight legs. Stack the hips over the elbows and then relax your toes. Keep the chin tucked into your chest. And take long, slow, deep breaths. Love the way that it feels, the blood rushing from the feet all the way down the legs, the hips, and up into the neck and the head. Revitalizing, clearing the mind, sending fresh blood to the brains so we have happy, healthy brains. So we're going to let the legs come over the top of our head. Tuck your toes, get your toes ready to land on the ground. If they don't make it there, that's okay. They can just hover above. Clasp your hands and press them together as much as you can and straighten out the arms. Tuck and roll the shoulders and the arm bones underneath your back. And lift the hips up so that they're coming towards the shoulders, almost as if you're stacking them on top of the shoulders. This is a great stretch for your spine and your neck. Okay. Oh, it feels so good. Let's slowly come out. Release your hands. Maybe hold onto your hips and slowly lower yourself down and extend the legs down flat. We're going to place the palms down onto the ground and then put them underneath your booty. Hug your elbows in toward one another and then press down into the floor with your elbows. Push so much so that you start to lift your chest up and then the neck until the top of the head touches the ground. Breathe into the throat. And open up the heart and the chest. Relax the mind. To come out of this, inhale and lift the top of the head. Place your head down, your shoulders down, and release your arms out from underneath you. Shake out the legs. And then we're going to come up to sit up for a little stretch here before we go into a half moon balancing pose. So stick around for that. That's a great pose for us to practice concentration. So to get prepared for the half moon, take your legs out wide, flex your feet, and turn towards your right foot, your right leg, and then start to drape your chest over your right thigh. You can reach your hands down on either side of your leg or hold onto your ankle or your foot. Let's take a couple deep breaths here, stretching into the hamstrings. And it's very important for our balancing poses to keep our attention not only on the leg that we're really looking at or leaning towards, because we tend to want to follow where our head is pointed, but also to bring attention to the leg that's behind us that really helps us maintain balance in these standing poses. So come up and lift up and then turn towards the left leg, hinge forward from the waist and fold over. Both feet are flexed. Press through the heel. So I like to envision that there's like this beam of light coming through the heel that is somehow supporting me in keeping my legs strong and my whole body in balance and alignment. Okay, so now that we're standing, you're gonna want to have a block or maybe a chair nearby to help support you in this balancing pose. So grab that block or just have the chair next to you on the right or the left side. Actually, the right side, we're gonna start on the right side. So separate the legs wide, very wide apart. Turn your right toes to the top of the mat. Bend into your right knee and then place the right block or your right hand out about a foot in front of your right foot, and then push into your right heel firmly to then lightly drag and lift your left leg up. Flex your left foot and this whole leg is parallel to the floor. Hand on your hip and then start to take your gaze and your chin over your left shoulder. Check in with your leg. We don't want it to be hiked up too high or low. See if you can bring it right in alignment with your hip. Then maybe reach the left hand up, spread the fingers wide, open up the chest to the left. Let's take 2 deep breaths in and out of the nose here as we balance in half moon. Awesome, take your hand to your hip, bend your right knee, and then slowly lower your left leg down. Take your block with you, and we're gonna turn the toes to face forward, and then turn your left toes to face the back of the mat. Bend into the left knee. Take your block out in front, about a foot ahead of you, maybe the hand on the hip first to start. This kind of actually helps me create more balance in my body. And then push firmly into the left heel. Lift up, take off with the right leg. Awesome, keep the left toes forward and flex your right foot so that the toes are pointing to the length of your mat. Push through your right heel. And then start to take your gaze up to the sky over your right shoulder. Maybe reach the right hand up. Spread the fingers wide. And think of yourself as like a star with energy shooting in all directions. So through the top of the head and then back through your right leg and then your hands and your bottom foot. Let's take the hand down and with no rush at all, slowly lower your back leg down. Let your block go, come all the way to standing, and we'll bring the legs together for one more balancing pose to really just anchor into our focus and concentration. Okay, so bring the hands to your heart or to your hips, or maybe out to the sides. You get to choose, maybe even up above your head. Okay, I'm gonna bring my hands to my heart. Press into the left foot and the left leg, nice and strong, straight leg, and then bring the right foot to just fit perfectly like a puzzle piece against your calf muscle. If that feels great and you're having a good old time with your balance, then you can bring that foot up above your knee and then to the calf or the thigh. So press your thigh into your right foot and your foot into your thigh. And then open up the hips, press them slightly forward, and draw the right knee out to the side. Squeeze the glutes, lift the head up high, smile, relax the eyes and the face, and take a few deep breaths here. Soften the shoulders. Lift the sternum. Breathe in through the heart center. And find peace and stillness. And slowly come out of it just by releasing your right leg down to the floor. And we're going to lean over into the right leg this time and shift the weight so that the left leg is light for tree pose. On this side, all the same cues. Press firmly through your right foot and all 4 or 3 corners or edges. Think of the toes and their part that they take in your balance, the outer edges of the feet and the heel. Disperse that weight evenly. Squeeze the muscles of the legs. Find a lift in the torso. Open up the chest. The collarbones spread. Yoga is all about, primarily, or big picture, at least from my perspective and what I've learned and my experience, is that it's about practicing, infusing the being aspect of you, of who you really are, with the doing, with all the doings that we are partaking in. It's a way to move consciously throughout life. We get to practice this through yoga postures. So let's slowly come out of that side for tree pose. Relax the arms, the hands, shake out the legs. And we'll come all the way down onto the mat for corpse pose. Once you get down onto the floor, let your feet fall apart. Relax the pelvic floor and your belly. Close the eyes, let the palms open up and relax, fingers relax. Breathe really deeply into the ribs and the chest. Let's do that again. Breathe in nice and deep, and then on the exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Stay here for 5 minutes at least. Up to 15 minutes, maybe set a timer. While just maintaining presence in the body, using your breath as the tool to anchor you in this present moment. Thank you for showing up today. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day where you can practice infusing being with doing for a conscious life. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.